And
Yeah.
whenever Gunther was chopping him, and then Randy hit a chop back, I was like, bro, you learned from Ric Flair, bro. I said, chop him. I was getting hype. I was like, bro, let's
Those
see
chops
this.
are so brutal, bro.
It's the Lame Guys Podcast.
Coming off the heels of Bash in Berlin today, dude. Earlier, let me know your thoughts on it. What'd you think?
Solid, very solid. And
Yeah,
then once
solid.
again, gosh, we say it all the time, bro. Those international crowds put the U.S. to shame, bro. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah,
It's almost like no competition. They kill it when it comes to the hype levels and everything like that. It's crazy how hype they get.
right. It's almost like we just take it for granted, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
we're now. Granted, we're not there. We would be hyped because we don't go to a lot of events, but it's almost like the crowds in the U.S. it's like they're used to it, or
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is. Like maybe they just see more wrestling than the European crowds in person. I don't know what it is, but every time they're in Europe, bro, it hits. Honestly, every time they're out of the U.S., it's not even just Europe. It's just like Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
I mean, Puerto Rico's a U.S. territory, I guess, but
Canada.
they were outside of but those crowds were still lit. Like it's anytime they're just out of like our normal 50 states.
Out of the nation.
Like it's just it hits. I mean, it was a great crowd. It made the event a lot better.
Yeah. But
Even though it was still solid.
I thought it was solid.
Mm-hmm. I felt like every match was solid. There was 5 matches. I felt like every single one was entertaining.
Yeah, I agree. I'm about to say, do
What
you
was
just want
the
to run
most
down the list?
Yeah, we can go through it. Let me ask you, what was the most boring out of the 5? Like, what was our bathroom break one?
No disrespect, but maybe I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's gonna be the women's tag team.
Okay. For me, it was between Cody's and the women's.
Okay, so I was gonna say maybe between Cody's and the women's, but then I started thinking, but Cody started picking up a little bit once you start seeing that switch between KO, like being like the friend and respect to like now he's getting pissed off.
Yeah. It was boring to me at first. It picked up at the end. So I would say the women's was the most boring, but even then, it was still an entertaining match. Like I didn't go up, I didn't leave. I watched the match. It was still entertaining.
Yeah,
but yeah, let's get right into it. Let's break down the 5 matches, bro. So to start off the card, we had Cody Rhodes KO. Seems like that's a habit now because I guess like the past few PLEs that are in Europe have like a person that's from there. So Cody Rhodes starting off the card, him and Kevin Owens. You didn't know what Kevin Owens was going to do. You didn't know if Kevin Owens was going to turn heel, if, how the match was going to go, if he was going to be vicious Kevin Owens or if he was going to be Cody Rhodes' friend Kevin Owens. And we got a little mix of both.
Yeah, it was nice.
We got a mix of both. There were certain parts in the match where we're getting the vicious Kevin Owens and he would fight himself. He would find himself like keeping himself back from doing that. And I like how Wade Barrett was calling him out on it. Like, you could have won this match already if you would just do it. And then that moment where Kevin Owens goes, "Shut up, you idiot!" Like, because he heard him. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
If he would have done that power bomb that he does on the ring apron, him and Michael Cole said it. Like Kevin Owens probably wins that match, but he didn't do it because Cody Rhodes is his friend. But overall, solid match. Cody Rhodes, I like how, he's going smooth, and then he does that thing where he climbs up the ropes and then his knee buckles.
Yeah.
And then there's a knee injury that Kevin Owens was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Cody Rhodes sells it well. And then we get Kevin Owens deciding if he's going to target it or not. He does. Yeah, it was solid match.
Demons for a bit.
Yeah, he did. And I thought, okay, you're fighting him. I wonder if at the end you're just going to be so pissed that you give in. And no, dude, he didn't give in.
He didn't give in, but he played it so well. Like truly, like how we've been saying, like he was fighting the urge to go back to fucking being that savage Kevin Owens that we all know and love. But at the same time, he has so much respect for Cody. He's his friend. He thanks him for this opportunity. But it was hurting him, bro. I really loved how, yes, in the beginning we were even talking about, we were texting saying this boring, slow, whatever. And then once it picked up, oh shit, yeah, now we're talking. And then I love that when they got in each other's face, they got nose to nose. start pushing each other, whatever. And I was like, oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's that competition.
Yeah, the beginning of the match was slow, but the crowd was so hyped that they started cheering, "This is awesome," and I was like, what has happened?" I was like, "Nothing has happened. That's awesome." But I get it. Like the crowd is just so fucking hype.
They're happy that they
Um,
get to see it.
yeah, there were times in the match where Kevin Owens hit a stunner. He hit his stunner like twice, I think, on Cody, and Cody sold them very well.
Yeah, he did.
My only critique about it was Kevin Owens hit the stunner twice. Cody Rhodes hit 2 crossroads, I think, and all of those were kicked out on.
Yeah.
And that goes back to what Undertaker was saying, and I don't remember whose podcast it was, but he's just saying like no one's finisher is like protected anymore.
I think it was his.
Was it his podcast? I know he said it
Yeah.
somewhere.
Always protect your
And
finisher.
I just think like, geez, yeah, like everybody kicks out of every finisher.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, everyone kicks out of every single finisher. And I thought about it too. Okay, so Cody will do the crossroads one time, and that's typically, any given night. That's it. It's over. But I feel like it has to be a big opponent to where he has to for real do the 3 in a row or something like that. And it's like you're not
Mhm.
getting up from that. He was doing the 3 in the row off the first one, the first set of crossroads.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, what the hell? Like, this is supposed to be like this. Like,
Mhm.
once we see you do the second one, it's like, oh my gosh, like we're done. It's game over because no one's kicking out of that. I'm like, and then I'm glad you brought it up. It's just basically what Taker said: protect your finisher. It seems like everyone's just kicking out of anything nowadays, and it doesn't mean anything anymore.
Well, it just seems like that's an easy way to get the crowd like hype. It's an easy
Yeah.
way to get the crowd involved, to get them to start cheering, "This is awesome." To make it's almost like when someone kicks out of the finisher, that's when the match picks up, and then that's when the match from then on is solid, and the crowd is just cheering nonstop. Yeah, I don't know. It bothered me because I just think like, bro, these are supposed to be y'all's finishers, and we're just seeing y'all kick out of them like nothing. Now I get it. This is a championship match. Cody Rhodes is Cody Rhodes. Kevin Owens, is Kevin Owens. They're both like A+ wrestlers. But I
Yeah.
just think like, I don't know. I wish I would only see it once instead of twice. I think Cody kicked out of the stunner twice.
Yes. And it's gotten to the point to where it's just like before he for real used to mean something. Like how I said, it's like it was like, oh my gosh, it's over. And then whenever they kicked out, it was truly like, how the hell did they kick out of that?
Hmm.
Bro, when Sean used to hit switch in music, game over. Game over. Taker hit Tombstone at Mania. Game over. But
Stone
when
Cold
people
hits
kick
the
out,
stunner, dude.
yes, but when people kick out, it was always that reaction of the other opponent going like, or like of Stone Cold, of Undertaker, of Shawn Michaels, of Triple H, of like, no way they just did that. How the hell did they
Mhm.
just kick out of that? So it makes me think about like, do they not have like signatures and finishers anymore? Like, is it just all one thing?
I don't think so.
Because like I'm thinking
I
about it and
think
I'm
the
like,
move sets are a lot limited.
because I'm
I
thinking
think
about, I'm like,
before
okay,
wrestlers had a big move set.
like especially when you play WWE games, you had to set up your
Yeah.
signatures and then you had to
Right.
set up your finisher, which is only one. Hell,
Mhm.
we talked. You already brought him up, so I'm gonna continue saying it. Undertaker had choke slam, last ride, you know,
Yeah.
um, old school as his signatures. His finisher was a tombstone. You ain't kicking out of that damn tombstone unless
Mhm.
like you're unless you're major, and then that shocked everyone. So I'm thinking, okay,
Yeah.
so what's Cody's?
I don't think he
So
has
it's
one.
well, I'm about to say because was it the
Or
Cody
I
cutter?
guess it's that one where he goes, yeah, I guess it's the Cody Cutter where he goes on the ropes and then it looks like a different version of an RKO.
Yeah.
I would say it's that one. But yeah, I mean, I think wrestlers back in the day had a bigger move set, or I don't know what it was, but it was like you didn't get their finisher till the end of the match,
Yes.
you know? And it was if you saw the finisher at the end of the match, you're like, oh shit, it's done. And now it's like we get them, like for example, the matches, I don't know when we got the first stunner or crossroads, but for the example, let's say 15, 20 minutes. When that happens, I'm like, oh, this match is gonna keep going. Like it's not over. That's where I am now. Whereas before, if I saw the pedigree, if I saw Stone Cold Stunner, if I saw Undertaker's move, like I knew it's a wrap. Like,
Yeah.
wow, 20 minutes. Okay, they hit their finisher already. Like that's it. That's done. And yeah, I don't know what it is. It bothered me just because I just wish sometimes it would just protect it, and as soon as he hits the crossroads, that's how you know it's a wrap. As soon as Kevin Owens hits a stunner, it's a wrap. I get it for big matches, but I don't really consider this like a huge match that needed so many finishers kicked out of. But I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just a little critique that not really, it doesn't really bother many people, but it makes me think like Undertaker, like, yeah, I can't imagine being Undertaker in his generation. Your finisher was sacred, bro. Your
Yeah.
finisher was protected. And now it's not, dude. The Dudley Boys 3D, like no one was kicking out of that shit.
No one was getting out of that thing.
Yeah, like bro, like back in the day, nobody was kicking out of your finisher.
Mm-mm.
It's just different now.
Yeah, and especially not just that, how we just said earlier, if they do it multiple times, bro, like if Stone
Yeah.
Cold had hit you twice with a stunner, if The Rock had hit you twice with a rock bottom, there ain't no getting up. But now it's just
Mhm.
like they kicked out. Oh, what are they going to do? What do they have to do? Put them down. Shit. Your guess is as good as mine. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
I have
don't
no
know.
idea.
Did you want Kevin Owens to turn heel?
Yes.
So did I.
Yeah, at the
I
very
just
end, even
just
we didn't even say it. Cody Rhodes won.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
even at the
sorry.
end, whenever he started lifting his hand, I thought, knock his ass out. Knock his ass out. Like, hit him, bro.
It was more so just for the sake of Kevin Owens' character. It's like, where
Yeah.
do you go from here now if you're not a heel? So I mainly wanted him to turn heel just for that sake, for the sake of his character, just because it's like, he can't win the big one lately, and as a good guy, so turn him heel, let him cut loose. Let's get him and Cody Rhodes again at Bad Blood, but this time with Kevin Owens as a heel. I guess they're not going that route. I guess we're getting Solo. They mentioned it. Michael Cole said it at the end. I don't know if you heard it, but he said he thinks Solo's next, which Solo called him out on SmackDown. I don't really want to see that again, Cody Rhodes and Solo, so soon. I'd rather build up to it, but it is what it is. I was hoping that he would turn heel, and maybe he will on SmackDown.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure we could see. I mean, the seeds are planted. Seeds are definitely planted for it. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and Randy Orton, we'll get to it later, but Randy Orton lost, so he comes back to SmackDown. So I wonder how that plays into it as well. Because I don't want to see Kevin Owens and Randy Orton as a tag team anymore. Like I don't want to see that, bro. I want to see them be single stars. I want to see them be heels. Like that's what I want to see. But I was disappointed at Kevin Owens, and yeah, like you said, when he was holding his hand, I was thinking, okay, this could only go on for so long. Like eventually, but no, it didn't happen.
Yeah. No, there was an
It
ounce
is
of
what
me
it
where I
is.
thought to myself, bro, fucking just do it. Like, I know you're trying to be good on it. Just do it, though.
Yeah. Moving on, second match. Well, that was the women's tag match.
Yep. We had Alba Fire, Liza Dawn,
Jade
and
Cargill
yeah,
and Bianca
Bianca Belair.
Belair. Solid match. We picked Alba Fire and Isla Dawn to win. I was surprised
I was
just
genuinely
because
surprised.
it felt like they didn't have it long, but I saw on Twitter that they had it for 77 days, which I mean it's solid. What,
It's
it's
respectable.
2 months, a little bit over 2 months. They didn't have that many title defenses.
No, not at
Um,
all.
I just wonder what's the point of taking it off of them if you're gonna give it to them so soon,
I really thought for some reason, so before they came out to the ring, Jade and Bianca were backstage and they were like talking, whatever. And Bianca had like this like serious look in her face. And I thought to myself, Jade's going to screw up and Bianca's going to get pissed. And we're finally going to start seeing it crumble slowly.
Mhm.
Nah, nah. That was just,
No.
wishful thinking.
Mhm. I just wonder what was the point of, if they're gonna get it the first match after now, and they didn't get pinned. What pay per view did they lose it at? Which one was that? I
It
already
wasn't
forgot.
SummerSlam. What was the one
Was
before
the
that?
one before? Was it the one before that?
Yes. Fuck, what was the one before
Oof.
that?
Dude, I don't know. I'm
Let me
trying.
look it up.
I'm going dead ass blank on it.
Let me go to our socials and look at our predictions. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't SummerSlam. I know that for a fact.
Where was it? I'm trying to remember. Also, it wasn't France. Was it France?
They were in their home country. They were in the home country. Oh, yeah, they were in their home country. Where the fuck were they? Clash, Clash, Clash.
Clash.
Nah,
Yes,
damn, we
that's what it was.
good, boy.
Clash. Okay, so I guess yeah, for the home reaction, I guess that's why they won. I don't know. I just feel like they could have benefited more from keeping the title. Jade and Bianca don't need the title.
Mhm.
But I guess it just goes to show that WWE still wants Jade to be with Bianca. Still need Bianca to carry her, take the boatload of the matches. Yeah, I guess I'm just ready to see them be single stars as well. But I'm sure it's still too early for Jade.
Yeah, but she did good though in the match. She did
She
really
did
good.
do good. I mean, compared to her last PLE dude at Clash, she messed up a lot at Clash. I felt bad
Yeah,
for her, and it
yeah,
clearly showed that she was not ready for the spotlight like that. Gave her another opportunity, and I felt like she lived up to the hype. Like she was good.
dude. I felt like so I've always like watched a lot of like wrestler. Both of us have. We've watched wrestlers talk about what to do in the ring, what not to do in the ring, and how slow down, let that shit like kind of simmer. Take it easy sometimes, keep a good pace. But I feel like Bianca was full steam ahead, bro. That girl
Yeah,
was going fast, and I thought, bro, chill out, bro. Like
she's so
you're
good,
going,
dude.
but she was so flawless. There was nothing wrong with it. I thought, damn, like Jade's over here keeping a good pace, trying to be calm with it, trying
Yeah.
to make sure she pays attention. Everything happened. And Bianca, especially when she had Alba in the corner, bro, she was just just wailing fast as hell. I was like, God damn.
So I'm wondering now if they're gonna keep them as a tag team. So what? We're about to be September.
Mhm.
WrestleMania is still 8-ish months away. Do you think they keep them and then we slowly get the seeds planning till we get them at WrestleMania 1-on-1 against each other, Bianca and Jade? It's kind of far away though,
It could happen. Now thinking about it, it could happen.
because what, we're September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. That's 9 months.
It could happen.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
shit,
just feel like
we
that's a
over here
while.
waiting for freaking Cody and The Rock to pop off. I mean, unfortunately, shit, they're going to milk this.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I think ultimately, yeah, we can agree that the seeds are that eventually they'll have some rifts and it'll lead to them 1-on-1. But it's just I don't know if they can make it to WrestleMania. Honestly, 9 months away. I don't know if I'm already not invested in them as a tag team as it is.
I'm trying to think what could happen that can make us invested again. But then, I mean, them trying to win, them winning the championship, it's like, okay.
Like
Now who you gonna
I
fight?
look at them with the tag team championships, and I think I'm not invested, and I know this is just to put a title on Bianca and to keep Jade, have her have a title that's not super important. Not to say it's not important, but it's not a women's world title. Um, but you still put a title on Jade. It's just like a placeholder. I just feel like Isla Dawn and I forget what their little team is called. They have a new name, I think. I just feel like they could have benefited from more, but it is what it is. It
Yeah.
was a solid match. You want to move on to the third one?
Yeah.
Third one was
Strap.
yeah. Wait, what was the fourth one?
Chair.
Okay. Yes, I know where I'm at. Yes. Okay. Third one was a strap match. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I mean,
Yeah.
we said it right. CM Punk won. Um, I really enjoyed the match. It was brutal, like we said. It was entertaining. CM Punk to me proved that he still got it, bro. I know that he's been a good wrestler. I know he's still a good wrestler. But SummerSlam didn't really show me that this match showed me that he still got it.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And he was so laser focused, just like you said, that we knew this was gonna be a brutal match, and damn did it live up to the hype. It was very good. It
Mhm.
was very good. And then but at the same time, look who you literally have in the ring. Not just because of brutality, like wise, but you have CM Punk, who is very, very fucking good. But then Drew
Yeah.
McIntyre, phenomenal as well. So you put both them
Drew
in a strap match like
McIntyre's
this. Oh,
Drew McIntyre is having the best run of his career.
yeah. And this
The
whole heel thing he's been doing lately
yeah,
works so
it's
perfect.
it's the best run of his career. I think it's the best run that we've seen him in WWE, just in general. Of his whole wrestling career, he's having the best run. Because he doesn't need the championship. Like he's just being a troll and he's being a good villain. And he's at a spot right now where he doesn't need a title and he's still and takes this loss, doesn't lose any stock.
Nope, not at all.
And doesn't lose any stock. Match was solid. CM Punk afterwards says that he's done with Drew and he's going for a world title. Don't believe that for a second. Drew McIntyre is going to come on Monday and reignite this feud, and then match number 3 at Bad Blood, Hell
We've
in the
been
Cell.
saying it. Yep, we've been saying. Cause I mean, bro, CM Punk really think he's just going to be 1-1? Hell no, bro.
Yeah,
Drew's going to
no,
want that blood, bad blood.
yep. Drew, Drew's gonna come back and he's gonna reignite the feud. Whether it's this Monday, whether it's next Monday, he's coming back, reigniting it. CM Punk is not gonna be able to go for the title because he's still got to run it with Drew. And I'm down for a third one, dude. So as of today, in today's WWE world, like rivalries, like we've said multiple times, don't really feel that personal. This one feels personal. I'm down to see it more than twice.
And that's why we're so invested in it because they for real taking us along for the ride. And yeah, making it personal like that is making us so hyped to see what's going to happen. And we're like, yeah, bro, you're not ending it now. This isn't over.
Yeah.
We've seen how this played out back in the day, not like the new era as far as the rivalries. No, this is going to prolong for a little bit, at least one more.
Yeah, one more for sure. CM Punk got his first win in WWE since he's come back.
10 years.
And
Since he
yeah,
started
even in
winning
10 years,
WWE.
yes. But since he came back recently, yeah, he had one which I thought was crazy. But yeah, he got hurt right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a solid match, bro. For a while, I was watching it, and so when CM Punk touched the corner, his light would turn green.
Yeah.
And then when Drew hit his was red, but like it wasn't like a
Hard to
bright
see.
red.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I was like, did it turn on? There was a few times where I was like, wait, is it turning on? But yeah, I guess it was.
I
So
love
that
when
was
Drew
just
had him on his shoulder, and then every single time he hit, he turned around, Punk,
Yeah.
hit it again. I thought, bro, no way.
the third one, the rope got caught under Drew's foot, and so CM Punk couldn't get his
Yeah.
hand up
Yeah,
to
he had
hit
the
the
strap.
corner. Yeah, and you could tell like he was probably telling Drew, like, bro, scoot back. Like, I need to touch it.
Yes.
Overall, yeah, it was entertaining, bro. I had a really good time with it. I mean, you don't see a strap match very often. It's not like one of those overplayed matches that you see.
What's funny is that they even talked about that. Punk has been in a strap match before, and Drew has been in a strap match before. So it's the first time where two competitors have gone back to a strap match or whatever. They said, like, typically it's just, first time for both competitors. I was like, oh, that's pretty crazy.
What was the match called that JBL and Eddie had? The Texas Bull Rope match? Was that what it was called?
Mhm.
Yeah. Bro, that shit was brutal with the cowbell.
Bro. And that rope was fucking thick, bro.
Yeah. But it was the same concept, right? Like they had to go to four corners.
Yeah.
Okay. But you had to throw your opponent to the four corners, right? Like you had to throw your
Wait, was
opponent
it
to touch each.
No, it wasn't in the four corners, was it?
I thought so. Was it not?
Damn, bro.
That's the last thing that reminds me of it. I just remember I was so pissed that Eddie lost that one. Regardless, entertaining match. Yeah, they're not done. Bad blood for a third time for sure. And dude, I think even everyone on Twitter loved it. I think everyone's invested in this, and everyone's okay seeing it a third time.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm ready for it. And then I cross my fingers that we finally just say, screw it, no more Hell in the Cell PLEs. It's just going to be straight for big rivalries, and this is it.
I think that's what we're going to. We didn't get the Hell in a Cell PLE this year.
Nope. Or last year.
Yep. I think we're done with it. I think it's done.
Yeah.
Did we got it last year? Oh no, we didn't. The last Hell in a Cell PLA that we got was when Cody Rhodes tore his pec.
Yes, against Seth.
That was like when Cody first came back.
2022.
Yeah, that was when he first came back. Because then he was gone after that for a while.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You want to move on? Fourth match, we had Terror Twins versus Judgment Day.
Yep, Terror Twins versus
entertaining
Dominic
match as
Mysterio
well.
and Liv Morgan.
Yep, I told you I wanted Dom and Liv to win because I feel like they could benefit more from the W, but I knew WWE was not finna have Damian and Rhea lose 2 PLEs in a row.
I think I picked Dom and Liv.
Yeah, we both did.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say
I said I'm picking Dom and Liv, but I know WWE is gonna give us Rhea and Damian.
Sorry, I don't know if you can hear Nala. She's walking inside.
No, I didn't really hear. No,
her nails are just going against the ground. But yeah, I mean, we said Judgment Day was probably going to show up, and lo and behold, they did. And I thought, here we go, it's over. But no, wow, I was genuinely surprised. I think when Dom hit the frog splash on Damian and he kicked out, I was like, oh, nice, bro, nice. Here we go.
Another example of finishers not protected.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was done too. Whenever Finn showed up, Finn hit his little thing. I forget what it's called. And then Dom hit his moves. I thought, oh wow, like they're actually gonna win. And no, they didn't. Damian killed it. Rio, star of the show, of course. Rhea felt like when she clotheslined Dom, the crowd lost their shit. Let me just give Dominic credit as well because bro, he sold those clotheslines like it was a fucking monster clotheslining him.
Yeah.
The way he sold Rhea's moves, like Dom is so good, bro. He's so good at looking like he's just getting his ass whooped. Credit to him because yeah, when he hit those clotheslines, I thought, it looked believable that Rhea was for real taking his head off.
It's the hair that also does it, bro. When the hair just
Yeah, I think
flies
so too.
everywhere,
Yeah,
it looks
yeah,
so much more brutal.
yeah. It was good. And Rhea pinned Liv also. I mean, she pinned
She called
the
it the
women's
pretzel pin,
champion.
bro.
Yep, she pinned her. Safe to say that we're seeing them go at it for a third time at Bad Blood as well.
And we still say one
Hell in
more
a
Hell in
Cell,
a Cell,
hopefully.
bro. Like I said, I just
Yeah,
want to hear that. No more running. No more running. I'm tired of you
right.
ducking.
So I think right now the Bad Blood card is Damien and Finn, Rhea and Liv, and I think Cody and Solo. I don't know for sure. That's not official, but that's what it's seeming like. What does Finn Balor and Damian Priest deserve to be in a Hell in a Cell?
No,
I don't think so either.
no. I mean,
Because
would I like to
especially if
see it? Yes, but at the same time,
yeah,
they just don't.
you're you're trying to establish the Hell in a Cell being brought back as a personal rivalry thing, and this is a personal rivalry. It is, but it's
but they're
not as
not ducking each
personal
other.
as Liv and Rhea, and it's not as personal as Drew and Seth or
Yeah,
Drew and CM Punk. So those two deserve to be in Hell in a Cell, but you also got to find a sweet spot of not making the Hell in a Cell just be for every match. It's got to be for those matches that deserve to be in a Hell in a Cell, that are personal. That's where it needs to be.
falls count anywhere. No DQ.
Yeah.
Falls count anywhere.
Yeah, or I could just see like Judgment Day barred from ringside or some shit like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Some type of thing on there. But yeah, I don't think it deserves to be in Hell in a Cell. I think especially because we got Dom and Damien. You know, they were involved in this tag team match, not Finn. When Finn was the one who just betrayed him. So you would think that they would be the ones to run it next PLE, but no, they weren't. So yeah, they'll run it at Bad Blood, and Damien's winning. That's what sucks. I already know. I know
Yeah,
he's gonna win.
bro. I would love
I
for
know
it
he's
to
gonna
be.
win.
I would love for Finn to get that W, bro. Because I still think
So
to
would
myself.
I.
I mean, we both talked about it. Like Finn is still that dude, bro. Finn is still the demon, you know. So it's like,
Mhm.
but yeah, he's. I mean, at the same
But
time, he's
yeah,
doing phenomenal, putting a lot of people over lately. So
and Damien in that scenario, Damien needs to win more because he's going single now, and in that case, he needs to win over Finn Balor more than Finn Balor needs it.
yeah, agree.
But want to move on to main event?
Yeah, bro.
Brutal match as well. Randy Orton, Gunther. Gunther gets a dub, like we said, and he got
What
it
a
clean, which
match, bro.
I feel like he needed. I feel like he needed the win clean.
What a match.
Mm-hmm.
I
It was
loved it.
solid. It was
I loved it.
Randy Orton is just a fucking tank, bro. He is just a tank. I was watching him through the match and I'm just thinking, like, holy shit, bro. You have never been this big before.
He 285, bro.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
What's funny is literally we were watching it and Emily goes, Randy just looks too big. I go, babe, he's a tank. This dude
He
is a
looks
tank.
fucking huge, bro. Like he's even got like he's still got abs, but he's got even like a little belly. Like, and I was watching it and I was thinking, oh yeah, bro, you ate that jar of Nutella right before this match again, didn't you? Because he said he did for the last Gunther one. This one, bro, he looked like he fucking had that sugar pump in him, like he was bloated. And I'm just thinking he looked bloated also. And I thought, oh yeah, that's all that fucking Nutella sitting in there, bro. That's all that Nutella.
I was thinking about during the time Joey Diaz, you know Joey Diaz, but whenever he
Yeah.
got pissed, remember that one clip when he goes getting pissed about Brock Lesnar? He was like, your head just don't get big for no reason. He goes, he's on that D ball. He goes, he's getting rocket fucking fuel. I was like, bro, Randy's head is big, bro. I was like, he is strong.
Dude, well, like it's just his face looks more
Yeah.
full. Like it just looks like you look at his like villain run in 2009
Where he's
compared to
just
what he is
skinny,
now.
bro.
He's just skinny. And this one, dude, he's fucking yoked. This was honestly the first time that I saw Gunther get met with physicality evenly. Now he's had physical matches with Sheamus and he's had physical matches with Drew McIntyre. But both of those matches, I felt like Gunther had most of the offense in those matches. Like Gunther
Yeah.
was still the bully in those matches. Gunther was still the one being the more aggressive in those matches. This one, Randy Orton was being the more aggressive one. Randy
Mhm.
Orton, I felt like, was the one who's meeting his aggressiveness force by force, bro. He was meeting it evenly, and Gunther had to like pull it out at the end. It's not like the good guy pulling it out at the end. Gunther was the one who had to pull it out in the end.
What I really liked is the ending, though. You said it was clean, yes, but what I love the fact is that he got his ass handed to him, and for it to end in submission, I had to tell Emily. She was like, "I didn't like the ending." I go, "I loved it." All that told me
Mm,
is that he had nothing left, so he had to pull off a submission to get him gone, like to
yeah,
end it. And I was telling her, I was like, I really think about. I mean, you know me, everything goes back to Taker, but I was thinking about Undertaker has ass whoop at WrestleMania 27 by Triple H, and guess what? He had to finish it. He had to finish it with the Hell's Gate and put Triple H to sleep, and that's how he won. And I mean, it just showed like the physicality of that match. And I'm like, in this one, it truly showed that Randy for real took it straight to Gunther. And Gunther just had no choice but to put him to sleep. But what I love is it wasn't so quick. He had to fight to for real
yeah.
put him to sleep.
Randy Orton got
For
out of it a couple
real.
times.
He got out of it multiple times. And every single time I
Mhm.
thought, oh, this is it. This is it. Randy's still going. And he picked him up, went straight back. I thought, oh my gosh, bro, this is amazing. I love this match so much.
Uh, and Randy Orton, like I said, was the bully in this match. He takes him out, throws him towards the steps, puts stacks of steps up, slams him through the announce table, hits his signature thing like the villain, bro, like the out there in fucking Gunther's place, bro. Like he was the bully in this match, and it was the first time that I've seen Gunther get bullied around. It was the first time I've seen Gunther get pushed around. Like I said, he's had physical matches with Sheamus, he's had physical matches with Drew, but Gunther was still the bully in those matches. This match, Randy Orton was a bully, and like you said, Gunther had to pull out something at the end because, bro, he was getting his ass whooped.
No, yeah. It was I'm trying to think. I even love the rake of the eyes. I was like, well, yeah, you learn from the dirtiest player in the game, bro. And
Yeah,
whenever Gunther was chopping him, and then Randy hit a chop back, bro, you learn from Ric Flair, bro. I said, chop him. I was getting hype. I was like, bro, let's see this.
those chops are so brutal, bro.
And Randy sells them so well, bro.
Yeah, I can't imagine taking them like that, bro. Like those chops are brutal.
God,
I've never been a fan of chops. I've never been a fan of chops.
yeah,
It's never been something that really like I think like is so
resonated
cool. Yeah, but Gunther's been the first person that I just feel like, oof. I guess
over
Big
Big
Show.
Show.
Big Show.
Okay,
I was gonna say, I guess Big Show's chops were bad, but that's because he was fucking 500 pounds.
that's
Like
because his fingers
Gunther,
were like this.
yeah, bro, that's one finger for him. Gunther is like he's not an average size person, but he's like an average size wrestler. All wrestlers
Yeah,
are a bunch of wrestlers are fucking huge.
yeah,
So Gunther's chops look like they fucking hurt.
yeah.
I was but yeah, dude, like you said, I was very impressed. I felt like Gunther needed a clean win, and I like how they did it. Randy Orton loses no stock whatsoever.
No,
If not for the choke, you can easily say Randy Orton's probably winning. He hit the RKO, Gunther kicked out, another finisher that was not protected, another finisher that was kicked out of. But
but
yeah, I
Randy
mean
sold
Gunther,
it the right way, though. It wasn't
yeah, he
just
looked shocked.
it wasn't just he kicked out. Okay, what else do I gotta do? No, it was a he backed up. He was kind of just looking around, like trying to figure out, like, what the hell do I have to? I'm like, okay, so you're 100% right. Another one that wasn't protected, but I love the way Randy sold it, and that just
Mhm.
makes a big difference of what the finisher means. And if someone does kick out of it, they have to be the right person kick out of it, and then it truly is. What the hell? What else do I have to do to this person?
Yeah. No, yeah, it was good, dude. It was good. It was played out perfectly. Like I said, I liked seeing Gunther get challenged that way. I don't know who you give him next. I honestly have no idea. Seth is gone. CM Punk is tied up with Drew McIntyre. The Intercontinental title has a tournament right now. I could totally see Bad Blood not having Gunther defend the title
That'd be okay. Give him a break.
because
Give
I
his
think
chest a break.
you already have 3 matches, right? You already I've already said 3 matches. Then you add the Intercontinental title match. Um, and then you just see one more match.
Yeah,
And you can make that Nia Jax versus Bailey again or something. That's already 5.
yeah,
So I would assume Gunther is not around for Bad Blood.
yeah, yeah, and that'll be okay.
That's and I think Raw's going to focus on the Intercontinental title tournament. That'll be the main focus to get us unfocused from Gunther's title.
I'm still been trying to think about, though, because you said, like, who does he have next? I have no idea.
I truly have no idea.
Would you want to see
Unless,
Gunther and Randy one more time?
No.
Hmm.
Would you?
I mean, just because I'm so hyped right now, then yeah, fuck, this match was great. I want to see that again.
I just don't know how. I just feel like it's one of those matches that was really solid. I don't want to see it again just because it's like, how do you top it? You know, like this will be the third time we've seen it. The first match was brutal. Gunther squeezed out a win, but you could argue that he shouldn't have won. And then this one, Gunther squeezes out another win. By by not by luck, but by mere he chokes him out. He was getting his ass whooped. The third one, I don't really want to see the third one. And I feel like since they shook hands and Randy Orton showed his respect, gave him his flowers, I feel like it's done. It's moving on. But yeah, I truly don't know who you give him. I don't. There's not a big face on Raw that makes sense other than Seth Rollins,
We'll start the farewell tour early. Cena comes back.
John Cena. Yeah, I'm trying to think, dude. I really don't know. Jey Uso, but we know how that's gonna end.
Yeah, so there's no
We
point.
know how that. Yeah, I mean, and he's going for the Intercontinental title. He's in that tournament. I don't see Gunther being around for Bad Blood, and then that'll give us some time to simmer. Maybe CM Punk beats Drew at Bad Blood, and then CM Punk and Gunther run it after that.
I can't wait for the day we get Roman and Gunther.
You think we'll get it ever? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so. That will have to be at one of the majors. It's not
I
going to be.
just don't know if Roman's gonna.
Thing.
I don't know if Roman's gonna be around that long for that.
Mm-hmm.
I just think Roman's gonna be tied up with this Bloodline storyline for at least
just
till next WrestleMania.
Yeah, just till Mania. I'm not saying we're going to get
that
it
we know of. That we know of, dude. I mean, this Bloodline story's been going on since fucking 2020.
It can last for a while.
Yeah, I mean, that we know of. We assume that it's going to end at WrestleMania, but we don't know. And then who's to say Roman Reigns isn't going to take more time off after WrestleMania? And I don't know. I'm sure maybe you're right. Maybe we do get it eventually. I could. It wouldn't surprise me if we don't.
And that one is where I go, who the fuck wins?
Yeah, I think it just depends on the scenario. I would see Gunther winning. Who knows? I mean, and then you can argue, does Gunther keep the title to WrestleMania? I mean, I think he does.
He's going to hold it for a minute.
I think he's going to hold it for a bit, but I mean, I don't know how long. So it just depends on the situation. But
yeah,
overall, solid PLE, dude. Another solid Europe PLE. What's the next one? Bad Blood.
Bad Blood.
And then after Bad Blood is Crown Jewel?
Yep, Crown Jewel. And then after that, it's
Survivor Series. And then that's it for the year. No December to Dismember.
I was just gonna say December to Dismember. I think that's. Yeah, I think that's it. I can't think of another one in December.
Yeah, that's crazy. We've gotten a lot of PLEs, dude.
That's good.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of PLEs. That's crazy.
And do you like the shorter card format?
Yeah.
I think I mean, something that it's going to be like that from now on.
I mean, I feel like this whole year it's been that way pretty much. So I'm already used to it. It was 5 matches and it still lasts 3 hours. So I think that's good. I mean, what SummerSlam I think was 4 hours because I had 7 matches.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm fine, especially with these ones that are like during the daytime that are at 12. Like, yeah, that's perfect because 12 to 3, you still have time in the morning, you still have time in the afternoon. I think that's good.
Yeah. I must say it's been working out, so might as well.
Yeah. You want to move on?
Yeah, I mean, that's it for our Bash reactions, man, because, I mean, it was a good one. Solid. Just moving on, though, I want to talk about, we talked about last WWE podcast about Bleacher Report ranking the top, 25, was it?
Yeah, it was, like WWE? 25 themes. Yeah.
So from WrestleOps on Twitter, they put WWE ranks the top 10 entrances today. So I like the list, so I just want to read off this one too. And I'm not gonna lie, bro, I'm kind of shocked.
So you're shocked at that? You're shocked at the order of the list, or you're shocked at what's on there?
Shocked at the order of the list.
Okay.
But then I look and I'm like, I guess.
Let's hear it.
Top 10. At number 10, Roman Reigns.
Wow. Okay, so they have Roman Reigns at 10. Roman Reigns, just off the top of my head. Well, I guess it really depends on which one you're doing. Are you doing a more current one? Does it say?
Well, it says today, so as in.
Yeah, okay. See, I'm not really a big fan of his new theme.
Yeah. I mean, and that's why I said, like, I'm shocked, but at the same time, like, it makes sense. Like,
if you're talking about his if you're talking about his current theme that he has right now, I'm not that big a fan just because that lady screams for, I think it's a lady or whoever it is, the one who's doing the oh, that shit is like a minute long. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that at all.
Number 9, Joe Hendry.
Okay.
Number 8, Rhea Ripley. Number 7,
Mhm.
Trick Williams. Number
Mhm.
6, the Wyatt Six. Number 5, Jade Cargill. Number 4, Cody Rhodes. Number 3, Seth Rollins. Number 2, The Rock. And number 1, main event Jey Uso. Bro, Jey Uso at number 1 when he has the whole crowd with him, it's the craziest thing, bro.
Okay, but see, like, this goes back to what I said last episode. I think they're ranking it based off reaction. I don't think they're ranking. I don't think they're ranking the actual song because Jey Uso's song has been the same fucking Uso song for forever, except he says now it's just me, Us.
Well, this says entrances.
Oh, okay, so it's not themes.
So yeah, it's just the full entrance gimmick of what it brings.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to say,
So it's not the theme song.
no. I
The
mean,
last one was themes.
it was themes on the last one, but this one, since I just thought another list, I want to bring it up.
Okay. So so this is entrances. Okay, that makes some more sense. Okay,
So,
so
like,
Jey
I get
Uso's number 1.
Jey Uso number 1, The Rock at number 2, Seth Rollins at 3.
The Rock's new entrance is clean as fuck.
Yes, bro. Yes.
Because when you said, I was thinking themes at first, and when you said The Rock was number 2, I thought, I mean, but yeah, okay, his new entrance is clean as fuck with the
I
fucking lightning and the bull in
fucking
the
love
background.
the lightning.
That
And then you hear like the guitar that dun,
Yeah,
dun, boom,
especially with the Hollywood theme at the end, bro. Yeah,
God, boy,
that
it
shit did
is
hit.
so
Okay,
good. But yeah,
okay.
Seth at number 3, Cody at 4. Gosh, Cody, his entrance for this bash, God, that crowd was so loud, bro.
Mhm.
That crowd was
It
so loud.
was.
Jade, honestly, I felt like she had no reaction when she came out.
Yeah, I think it's more so of, I don't know if it's, first off, I don't know if she's as big with the Europe crowds. And second, I think it's more of the line of her hype has died down a lot, and I think WWE's got to build it back up.
The Wyatt Six at number 6. How ironic. But
I mean, they have a
her entrance is
spooky.
good.
Yeah, they have a spooky one.
Trick Williams at 7, but that's just when the crowd.
That's
"Whoa,
fucking
that
Booker T.
Trick!"
Yeah, and that's Booker T in the background. Like that's okay.
Rhea at number 8, but This Is My Brutality, probably the big stomp and everything, just the look she's
Mhm.
giving, like
I
she
I
has
really
an
like the
aura
Judgment
herself,
Days.
bro.
I really like the Judgment Days
Oh,
entrance.
bro, Judgment Day
Judgment Days is
so
clean
clean,
as
bro. I
fuck
love
when
when the
it's
lights are
black
off
and then
and
it
they're all
shows
just
them, and bro. You know who's clean as fuck too? JD with the Triple H spit the water when
ah,
it goes and he spits the water at the same exact moment. That shit is clean, bro.
he's
People,
very clean with
you
it, bro.
like the Judgment Days entrance is clean, bro.
And then Joe Hendry, who's a visitor. He's a visitor, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people think he signed to WWE actually now.
I'm sure he did, honestly. I'm sure he did. I don't know where it was. Maybe I think it was TNA. I think it was TNA. But he teamed up with the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, it was TNA,
And then his whole,
and they did that turnaround. Yeah,
yes, I believe in Jeff Hardy. I was
yeah.
laughing so hard.
He's blown up too. A lot of people love Joe Hendry.
Yeah. Yeah. What's funny is I just know his entrance. I just know his theme. I don't know how he wrestles. I don't know anything about his whole moves. I don't know anything about him other than his theme.
I mean, you could watch him on NXT. He's on there.
Yeah.
I don't know either.
need to.
I don't know either, but it's also one of those things where it's like I'm not one of the Twitter people. I don't really have that much interest in him.
Yeah. But then like how we talked about Roman at 10. With that new entrance,
Roman,
does he have that same aura as that he had before?
yeah. I mean, the reaction that he gets from the crowd is par none, bro. He showed up on SmackDown after being gone for a while, and he was automatically just like that, the biggest star on SmackDown again. Even though Cody Rhodes has the most important title on SmackDown, overshadowed Cody 100%. So you can't say he doesn't have that aura. But yeah, his entrance has gone down just because I don't think we all like that new entrance theme that he has.
We said it, bro. A minute long just for him to come out.
To be fair, though, we haven't seen him wrestle a match. So we
No,
haven't
not
even
at all.
seen his entrance like with him about to wrestle a match, with him
It'll be that
truly
long.
walking out ready. So the only entrances that we've seen are him coming out to whoop Solo's ass.
Yeah.
So to be fair, it could be a lot better. We'll see. But okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're going based off just full entrance in general, yes, I could see Jey Uso with the lights, everyone doing the fucking thing. Yeah, I could see that.
I want to ask this off topic from this, but looking at the White Six. Did you watch Uncle Howdy's match on Raw?
I did. I saw the highlights on Twitter.
I don't like it.
I don't like his mask. I don't like the hair. I don't like it either.
I had this feeling the whole time of thinking, you have this, we'll just say aura, you have this presence to you where you don't need to wrestle. He could just be the guy that just sends the Wyatt Six to do everything. And if he does wrestle, he doesn't need to wrestle on Monday Night Raw. He needs to wrestle to where it was that Roman type of thing where you're only wrestling at PLEs. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just something about it did not seem right with me. And then not just that, I'm thinking, bro, you have this type of like, I get it. Chad Gable is fucking phenomenal wrestler. Like, he is great alone. But I'm like, but you are supposed to be this like big entity, this presence of everything that you're scary as hell. You control the Wyatt Six, this whole legacy you have on you. And you're also getting your ass whooped. That makes no sense to me. That makes no sense. For your first debut match as Uncle Howdy, it just did not work for me. And then I don't know, like, yes, the hair didn't work for me. The mask, cool. I honestly thought, fuck it, take the mask off, bro. Take the mask. We all know who you are. Take the mask off like the rest of the Y6 does. We all know who they are, but they keep the mask on whenever it's like comes to promos, when they just, they have their backstage stuff. Take the mask off. It's fine. We don't need the hair. We don't need none of that. Have that as just like, your entrance, and then take it off and call it a day. It just, for me, just for a first match, a debut match, it did not work for me. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with what you're saying. I think it's a thing of, I didn't like his hair. I didn't care for the mask. I agree with what you're saying. We could have waited to see him wrestle, like for another PLE, built up to it. Have him send the Wyatt Six out to wrestle, do his duties, and then eventually, we lead up to him fighting out a PLE. But I don't think that's what Bo wants. I think he wants to be like active. I think he wants to be wrestling.
And that's announcing.
And I think, yeah, and I think since we saw those vignettes with him, Uncle Howdy talking to Bo Dallas, and we've seen Bo Dallas do segments in the ring without the mask. He's not Uncle Howdy. I think I would have preferred to see him wrestle as Bo Dallas, and then for certain things he turns on Uncle Howdy.
So like
Kind of like,
Finn Balor and the Demon King.
yes, or kind of like Bray Wyatt and the Fiend.
Yes.
For certain things, he turns on Uncle Howdy. That's his alter ego. That's I kind of would prefer something like that. Like maybe this match we see Bo Dallas fight, wrestle, and then at a PLE we get Uncle Howdy. I think I kind of think it just took away all the. I don't want to say it took away the momentum, but it took away like the suspicious, like the spooky, like the, all those spooky things that we were seeing, and then just to see him wrestle a match like normal. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just I don't really remember. Were we seeing the Fiend wrestle on Raw or in SmackDown?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't really
Oh,
remember.
wait, Fiend. Oh, I'm thinking of Bray.
Fiend.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. I think he
Okay.
was only at fucking pay-per-views, PLEs.
Okay.
You know what else bothered me? And this is
Mm.
just nitpicking. I'm fully just nagging right now. But I thought to myself, oh, when Bray and the Wyatt family like first showed up and everything like that, bro, when they wrestled, just them, I'm like, you look dirty.
Yeah.
Y'all look nasty. Y'all dirty,
Mhm.
backwood type shit. Uncle Howdy, he has this like whole like gimmick to where I'm just thinking, bro, you're scary. You fucking look scary. I don't want to know what you look like. He looked like he just took a bath. He clean,
That's what I'm
squeaky
saying.
clean, bro.
Like,
Like his hair is perfectly fine, and he doesn't have to have tattoos. But I'm thinking, bro, like the cool thing about Bray Wyatt, he was sleeved the fuck up, so you're just like, God, this dude just had like this look to him, and I'm thinking, Bo just clean. He's just so clean.
it just kind of took away it took away the spooky factor for me. Like just seeing
Yeah.
him wrestle a match like normal, like it just kind of took away the scary factor of them showing up. And it's always freaky when they show up. It's always like, ugh, like, and it just kind of took that away from me. So
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of it. But we'll see. I mean, maybe they'll fix it later, or maybe it'll lead to something. Maybe we'll get used to it. I don't know. I don't like the hair. The hair was the biggest component that I didn't like.
It was so
um
long.
it was so long. Like, shorten it at least a little bit, or keep it
Yeah.
in dreads, or do something to make
Yeah.
it to where it's not in the way. Like, even when he was about to do Sister Abigail, the hair was in his face. He had to move it out of his face.
Yeah.
Like, it's got to be shorter. If you're gonna wrestle like that with the hair, for me, it's got to be shorter. So no, I wasn't that big a fan, but it didn't take away hype from me. I'm still excited to see where this is gonna go, but at the same time, like, yeah, it just took away all the spooky factor from me.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Want to move on?
Yeah, I think one last thing on the agenda.
Yeah, that Vince McMahon documentary on Netflix.
Yep, Netflix came out and told everyone, "Oh yeah, we're getting that documentary about the man himself,
Yeah.
Vince McMahon,
So
former owner of WWE."
my understanding is that he's in it and he played a part in it. But I don't think he's in it to speak about what's going on, with the court cases and stuff.
Mm.
But I think they have interviews for him, because I think they've been working on this documentary for like 3 or 4 years.
Oh shit! Oh, that'd be badass if that like they were filming this behind the scenes while like then like all the new shit started coming up and it was like, oh shit, we got to get this on camera.
Well, I think originally it was supposed to just be about him and his crazy life. Even without this whole shit that just happened in these past few years, his life is still crazy as fuck and deserves a documentary.
Yeah.
But I think they pivoted because of all the stuff that's happened. So now it's included. The stuff that's happening now is going to be included. My only thing is that I'm wondering how dark they're going to get, because they're having this documentary on Netflix, but Raw is going to Netflix in January. So I don't think they would really want to show WWE in a super negative light, since WWE is coming to Netflix in January. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm
Okay. Yeah. I
curious
agree.
how dark it's going to get, because if you make WWE look awful, but yet they're coming to your platform in January, like, I don't know how in deep, how in depth, how dark they're going to make it seem. Like, I think that they're just going to paint Vince as the villain, and try to just, but I don't know. I could see them totally skipping over some stuff and not making it look as dark as it should be, just because WWE is coming there in January.
Yeah, even hell, Cody even talked about it when he was asked at the post press conference today or whatever. They were asking him about the whole Vince thing, and he was like, "WWE had nothing to do with it." Like, like he was trying to
Mhm.
like speak on it, and I'm like, "Yeah." So what you're saying right now, I think it's gonna be right. It's like they're just really going to say it was Vince. Vince McMahon was the one that did this, not WWE.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I'm just curious. I feel like if WWE wasn't going to Netflix, you could, make it as whatever you want, and make it dark, and make it truly shine a light on the bad things that he did. But I don't know how dark they make it, just because, like I said, WWE is coming to Netflix. So I don't think you're going to want to garner negative attention towards WWE when they're coming to your platform in January. You want to make sure that everyone's still on board, everyone's still on the ride with WWE by the time they get to your platform. That way, views are still super high. I don't know. I'm curious. So excited for it, though. I didn't know this
yeah,
was coming.
yeah, did I? It was sprung on all of us, and yeah, I'm so
Yeah,
excited to watch this.
I hope it's good. We grew up with Vince McMahon, bro. It fucking sucks because, you know, he's this villain now, and but like, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. So it's
I
hard
said
for
that.
me to like, it's hard for me to for real just like be like, fuck Vince McMahon, like I hate him, like da da da. When and he, I'm sure he has done bad stuff, and that sucks. But like, we would not be here if it wasn't for him. Like, we would not be, WWE would not be as big as it is if it wasn't for him.
Yeah, and that's what we said when we first heard all the allegations. We got on our podcast with our thousands of followers, and we said, like, we don't condone anything he did or anything. We don't know all the, all the true details and everything, but still, it's just like, without him, we would not have what we have today. Without him, we would have not had that childhood love for WWE. He is responsible for all this shit. And like, it's hard. It sucks to say, like, say it sucks. I have to like say, like, I'm apologizing for saying it, but like, I thank him for giving us these memories, growing up. But at the same time, it's just like, why the fuck were you bad behind the scenes?
No, it's just one of those things where he always played a villain when we were wrestling fans, and it turns out he's actually that fucking villain. Like, turns out he's actually that fucking guy. And yeah, I mean, it sucks to see that he's actually like that, and I bet the documentary is going to show some awful things that he's done. But bet your ass, I'm fucking excited to see that shit. Like, I'm just because it's one of those things where it's like, the bad things that he did, people deserve to know about. But also, people deserve to know about this crazy life that Vince McMahon lived, and this crazy thing that he fucking built up from, I don't want to say it was nothing, but it kind of was nothing. He built it up to nothing, and it's crazy what it is now. Like, he did that, and it's just, it deserves to be shown. Both sides deserve to be shown. So we'll see how it goes, dude. I'm curious what the internet's gonna think of it. I'm curious how dark they're gonna get, because, like I said, I just don't see them showing WWE in a negative light when WWE is coming to Netflix in January.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, I think that's it for our WWE stuff today.
Nope. Cool. All right. Well, yep. Bash in Berlin was great. We'll be back next week. I'm sure some shit will happen on Monday Night Raw, SmackDown that we can talk about. But we'll catch you guys next week.
All right. Later, guys.